guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is going to be 5 myths about law school that you may or may not know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be sure to keep these videos coming. So the first myth, number 1, is going to be that you're going to have no time for anything else once you get into law school. And this is absolutely untrue. As long as you have really good time management skills, you utilize some type of a planner or an agenda, Google Calendar, anything that's going to help to keep you organized and help keep your time allotted for specific activities, you're going to be fine. You're going to have time for other things. Now, law school is going to take up a lot of your time, but you are going to have time to do other things. So don't allow other people to let you know or tell you that you're not going to have any time for anything else. I've been in law school for 3-4 years now, and I have had time to do other things. You just have to make sure you manage your time wisely. Myth number 2 is that law students are super competitive and cutthroat. Now, this depends entirely on the particular institution you choose to go to. I've heard that top 14 schools like Harvard and Yale and UVA, University of Virginia, are typically a little bit more cutthroat than schools who are in lower tiers. The school that I chose to go to is not cutthroat or competitive. It all depends on the people who also attend the school with you. My classmates have been extremely collaborative, extremely fun, extremely nice, and extremely sharing when it comes to information and finding things and just help in general. So this all depends on your school. I have heard that other schools are a little bit more cutthroat, where like you have students who tear whole pages of textbooks or library books out so that another student can't access that information. I've heard those things too, but my school, I didn't want that kind of an atmosphere. I didn't want that kind of environment. I didn't want to be around those kinds of people. So for me, it was important for me to choose a place that was going to be very collaborative and very helpful for me. Like, I'm very happy with what school I chose, and yeah, that's a myth. Number 3 is that class ranking is all that matters. No, class ranking is not all that matters. No one is going to ask you, I mean, initially when you get out of law school, you're gonna have to put your class rank on your resume, and you know, possible or potential employers may ask you what your rank was, but it's not the end all and be all for, you know, you getting a job, a legal job, or for you to get an internship or anything like that. I think there's a lot of things that go into who decides to employ you, who decides to bring you on as an attorney. Things like community service, things like extracurricular activities like law review or the Student Bar Association, things like just outside activities other than law school related stuff. I think it's really important to be a well-rounded person, not only not just a really good student. And class rank is basically just indicative of being a really good student. And employers want to know that you're a well-rounded person and that you have other interests outside of just law. You're not just this one-sided, one-dimensional individual. So it's important class rank is important, and it's nice to be really highly ranked in class, but it's not the end-all and be-all in becoming an attorney. The 4th myth I've heard is that law school is constant stress. No. This is not true. Law school is not constant stress. There are huge pockets of stress. There are times where you are more stressed than other times, but it is not constant stress. In particular, the most stressful time for me was probably my first year going into my second year too. That was when I was still kind of trying to learn how to study and what study habits worked best for me. It was very stressful for me during that time, but as law school went on, as I got into the latter years, it kind of dissipated because I have more of I'm adjusted, I have more of an idea of what works for me and what doesn't, and it's not as stressful for me. I'm able to manage the stress a lot better. So it's not a constant stress. You're gonna have times where, like during finals or during midterms, where you're a little bit more stressed out because you have a lot of information to learn in a very short amount of time. but at the same time, you're not gonna be in a constant state of stress. So I wouldn't worry about a constant state of stress during the entire course of law school. That's not true. As long as you are able to manage your stress, like exercising, eating well, getting enough sleep at night, these are ways that you can manage your stress and you can get through law school. Myth number 5 is that you need to know exactly what law you want to practice so that you're ready to go after law school. And that's not true, guys. You don't have to know exactly what kind of law you want to practice. It's a good idea to have an idea of what you're interested in. For me, I was interested in environmental law, I was interested in patents, intellectual property, I was interested in international law, but these are not things that I have to practice, or I need to know I want to practice these things in order to come out of law school with a job in that area. So you definitely want to have an idea what you're interested in, but you don't really have to know exactly what you're going to practice when you leave law school. That's not true. Definitely take some classes here and there. Take classes, go to a guidance counselor or an advisor, academic advisor at your school to figure out what your interests are and then what classes you can take towards those interests. And then that's how you weed out things that you're not interested in, because an area of law can be very interesting to you on the outside, but once you delve into the actual theory and material and doctrines behind the law, then it may not be as interesting to you later on. So I would definitely advise you guys to explore what your interests are, but just know that you do not have to have an area of law that you are definitely going to go into in your first day of your first year of school. So don't worry about that. I'm here to take the pressure off of you guys so that you guys know that these myths are not true. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Please excuse the background because I am filming in another area. I'm still in California. But I wanted to get this video up for you guys because you guys need to know what these myths are about law school, and I'm here to bust them. And if there's any other myths that you guys have that you want me to explain or delve into, hit me up in the comments below and I'll definitely be able to make maybe a part 2 to this video. Let's see. Alright, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.